Ajay, Alok, you might not compare it to the ghastly visuals that are cutting across the country, but once again, the citizens of this country paid for the new spanking building, which costs 971 crores to the Indian Exchequer, and they behold monsoon session, and this spanking new building is already leaking and flooding.
Well, they are making, the opposition does not is not left with anything. They are making mountain out of nothing. See, this new parliament building is an eco-friendly green parliament, and on the top of it, it's covered with various type of glass domes. Now, with the intense heat few days back and a sudden rainfall, such a heavy rainfall, the adhesives over the glass, they just felt off, and that's why this leaking happened, and it was restored immediately. Now, we took full responsibility. The Lok Sabha Sachivalaya, they issued a statement, and CPWD corrected it. We took the responsibility. Yes, there was a leakage. We are not shifting or blaming games. Though there was another leakage in Central Hall of the old Parliament in 2010, but let's not delve into that. Now, coming to Delhi, I would like to ask my friend from Aam Aadmi Party, who is speaking truth. He should explain me. Because today at 11 o'clock in the morning, the mayor of MCD, who's from Aam Aadmi Party, she came out and gave a statement that 85% of the drainage was desilted and the old drainage system was cleaned. Then, contrary, Mr. Saurabh Bhardwaj says nothing has been done. So, who is correcting whom and who is speaking the truth? And if the fact is that if they have done the cleaning of the drainage system, why not the drainage is not happening? This is the problem. Everything is done in the paper by this government. They don't do actually anything. And they fail to take responsibility. And they'll just come out with the excuses. हमारी तो कोई सुनता नहीं है जी. You remember Corona time? हमारे पास 6 घंटे का ऑक्सीजन बचा है जी. हमारी दिल्ली में अब ट्रक नहीं चलेगी जी. अस्पताल में कुछ होगा नहीं जी. These people are absolutely irresponsible. They don't know how to run a government. The chief minister languishing in jail along with 2 other ministers, and they talk of governance.
So why is
few days back we had a scarcity of water.
Let's not talk over
and
each
that
other, Mr.
on that day, not in between.
Allow him the time.
Not in between. Few days back we had a debate on this about the water scarcity. They were constantly blaming Haryana. Then they were asking from Himachal, but they were not taking the responsibility that the storage capacity of Delhi has gone down by minimum. Whose responsibility is this? For the last 9.5 years, you are in the power. Right now, you said 48 years the last drainage was done. You are in power for last 9.5 years. Delhi being a revenue plus state, why didn't you change the drainage when you had the plan from IT? And if the population has stolen from 60 lakhs to 2.5 crores, why didn't you initiate the planning then? What you were doing? Problem is your incapability. You are not capable to run a government. And that's the reason.
I'm going to cut across to the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, but Ajay, Alok, I want to ask you a counter question. You bring around what happened in 2010. It was a building which was built by the Britishers, the old Parliament. 2010, and because the Parliament got flooded, the Central Hall, there was an adjournment motion, and it was discussed on the floor of the House on what went down in Parliament. Today, there was an adjournment motion, and what you're saying is it's a mountain of a molehill that is being created. Explain that to someone whose hard-earned money, tax money, which we pay a huge amount of tax on, has gone to build this building, which has gone down in leaks, and not just leaks, there was water accumulation and where the Makardwar of the new Parliament was concerned. So it's not just a few drops leaking because of a panel, glass panel, which wasn't working very well, or the adhesive had been washed out. There was also water logging on one of the main gates where the parliamentarians enter from. Why must I not take offense?
Yes, you are very much correct about that. What about the new parliament happened? I explained that it was glass domes leakage which was corrected. As far as the water logging goes down in the other building of the parliament, now just now you heard from my Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson that our drainage system is 48 years old, and it's capable of taking only 50 mm of rain. Now, if Delhi is having that kind of a rain in less time, definitely there's going to be water logging.
Okay, Mr.
But
Panwar,
still, being a responsible government and being a
fight,
custodian of the parliament, we restored it.
Preeti ji, I want to respond to Alok ji. First, he said that why didn't the plan was implemented? The plan was given in 2018 and we came in power in 2022. And the former deputy CM of Delhi, Mr. Manish Sisodia, he directed the PWD, which is the nodal agency for preparing the drainage master plan. The city is divided into 3 basins. One is Najafgarh Basin, one is Barapula Basin, and one is Trans-Yamuna Basin. And the consultants have been engaged and will soon have a master plan with us.
God alone knows how soon that would be. I would have liked to get the urban town planner back into this discussion, but that's all the time I have for now. I apologize. We should have had a longer debate on the civic system of this city, but we're going to leave it at that. Thank you all for joining us.